Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're going to make naan bread. This is not like a roti, this is a typical bread we're going to make. You can have it with a curry. So this is something what I would make in a larger batch that would go well for the next day. I would make French toast with it, or I would just cut it into half and add some salad fillings in it and then make it into a sandwich. So let's go see how to make it. The first thing I'm going to do is activate the yeast. For that I have taken 1 cup of lukewarm milk, and to that I'm adding in 3 tablespoons of jaggery powder. If you don't like to add jaggery, you can add sugar as well. And then I'm going to mix it till the jaggery melts. This is full fat milk I have taken. Okay, that's done. And to this milk and jaggery mixture, I'm going to add 1.5 tablespoons of active dry yeast. I'm just going to add that. Then give it a mix. And we'll wait for our yeast to bloom. If you see, our yeast is bloomed and activated well, so we'll keep this aside. I don't know whether you can see the bubbles. Let me just try and show you. Yeah, these have bloomed well. Now I'll keep this aside and we'll move on. Now in a bowl, I'm taking in 3 cups of whole wheat flour and adding in 1/4 cup of melted butter. If you don't want to use butter, you can use oil, but trust me, that butter makes a lot of difference. And let's just rub it in. You just need to rub in the butter into the flour. Now to this, I'm adding in 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm using pink Himalayan salt. You can use any. So I'm adding in 1 teaspoon of salt. Mix it in well. Now to this, I'm going to add in our yeast. So I'm adding in the whole of it. And then we gently mix it in. Now you see that the yeast water or milk was not enough for the flour to form into a complete dough. So I'm going to add in milk little by little and keep mixing it like how we make a roti dough. So we're going to use little by little milk and try to bring it all together. Don't pour the milk all at once. Little by little will do. Now if you see, it's formed into a soft dough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it rest for 15 minutes before I knead it. So I'll just cover it and I'll leave it for 15 minutes and then start kneading it. So I'm just covering it and leaving it there. Now it's 15 minutes since we have left our dough. Now in a plate, in a big plate, I've added some oil and we'll mix, or we'll knead the dough. So we just take it and we knead it. Oil our hands as well so it doesn't stick to our hands. We need to knead it for around 15 to 20 minutes. The more you knead it, the softer the bread would be. So I showed you this technique in my babka video as well. So we push it and then we take it in, turn, push, and again take it in, turn, push, and again take it in. So we do this for 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes till we get a very soft dough. Now you see how soft it has become, and then when you press, it just bounces back. One thing we have to keep in mind is that whole wheat bread is always a little denser compared to the all-purpose flour or cake flour breads. So I feel this one is done. So let's just oil it and leave it for about an hour or an hour and a half till it doubles in size. So I'm going to just oil the dough. And then I'm going to leave it in the bowl, and I'm going to let it rest for an hour or an hour and a half. If your place is hotter, then it will rise faster, so just check depending on your place. But over here it's relatively cold, so I will leave it for 1.5 hours for it to rise. Now if you see, our dough has doubled in size. This is what we are looking for. I thought I'm recording and I punched it down. So anyways, we're going to punch it down and then just knead it gently again. Okay, and I'm going to make equal portions with this. I need big portions out, so we're going to make 4 out of this. So I have four portions of dough separated here. Now I'm just dusting a little bit of flour on the surface, and I'm going to just, if you see, just see the way I'm pushing it in. I'm just going to press the center and get the sides. Press the center, get the sides. Press the center, get the sides. So I'm going to gather all the sides together and pinch it in, so it becomes like that, and then just roll it to make the surface smooth like that. So you see, we're getting a smooth surface on both sides. So again, I'm going to just dust my dough with a little bit of flour, and let's roll this. So we're going to roll this like how we roll our roti. Now we're done with this, and if you see the thickness, you see the thickness, this is what we are looking for. We don't want very thin rotis. This is the thickness we are looking for. Okay. Now I'm going to just give some designs on my bread. And then I'm going to just press it in like that. You can use any flat dish, you can use any round dish, you can use a piping tip as well, just to give it, or you can just keep it plain if you feel this is too much of work. It looks nice when it rises, that's why I keep it like this. So here you go, the first one is ready. Now we take it, and I've lined my baking tray with silicone paper or silicone sheet. Now if you don't have a silicone sheet or parchment paper, just dust the surface with enough flour that it will not stick to the surface. So now let's complete the rest of it. Now we've completed rolling all our breads. Now what we're going to do is cover it and let it rest for about 20 to 30 minutes or till it doubles in size. Now our breads have doubled in size. So what I'm going to do is, I've taken a cup with a little bit of milk in it. I'm going to brush our bread with the milk. That's done. Now I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit of sesame on top. I wanted a contrast here, that's why I've used black sesame. Whatever you have in hand you can use. So now this is done. Now to bake this, we're going to preheat our oven at 180 degrees for 10 minutes, and we're going to bake this at 180 20 minutes. So now our naan bread is done. So what I'm going to do is, I've just taken it out of the oven. So I'm going to rub a big dollop of butter on it. You can use ghee or oil as well, but the butter gives it a very nice taste. So I'm going to rub in a big dollop of butter on both of these. Now that I've rubbed the butter, I'm going to cover it with a cloth and leave it for it to cool. Now this is cooled down completely. Now you can have this with any curry, spicy curry of your choice, or just eat it like a bread. Whenever I make this, I make it in a larger batch, so I keep it for the next day. So I use it for making French toast or even sandwich for my boys and for us. So that's it, this bread is ready. So here you go guys, our naan bread is ready. So if you do like this recipe, give me a thumbs up and do share and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, bye bye.